So yeah, how you been?
Good. Just I was working before this whole pandemic thing. In JFK. Um, it's one of the things that this thing made me realize is that sometimes you need to not focus on work and focus on family sometimes because this thing has opened my eyes, bro. I'm telling you, just being able to just spend time with family is good.
No, I feel you, brother. Yeah, it's I'm glad you saw exactly that. As many of us as sometimes we get that tunnel vision, which is
Yeah.
good sometimes, but
Yeah.
you still have that small percentage just right there that you're missing. You need that family to fulfill everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So how's everybody? How's the baby? How's the wife?
Been good. My daughter just went to sleep about a good half hour ago, and my wife is just chilling in the bedroom.
Cool, cool, cool. I must have went through all your videos as soon as you told me that you were doing podcast. Like, spend the whole night. I was up till like 2 in the morning just looking at all your stuff. Like, damn.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
I try to be as honest as possible because truth is, dude, podcasting, all it is just having an open conversation with people you care for and you admire.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. You know,
Dude,
and something.
talking
Huh?
about that, last night, I left a comment on somebody else's channel, because what's his name, Godfrey was on his channel, and he pretty much he started schooling them about Black history and how all history has Black history, and I told him that basically like he outshined you guys, but I said some stuff, and one of the guys that's on the show, he got offended.
Oh, man.
And he said he watched my stuff, and he said my stuff is whack. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get upset because for some reason you watched my channel, so thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm telling you, like I told you before, facts hurt some people, and sometimes that those people that are hurt are ignorant people. Like that's the main thing I think that's wrong with us, that when we don't know, because I was like that before, where I would just think have a certain mindset, like that ignorant mindset, and once I started, traveling, leaving New York, having a different mindset, listen to how other people talk, seeing how other people live, it just opens your mind, bro, you know. And then I just started listening to alternative, news, not following the media, just looking other places for my information, and it just opened my eyes, man, for real. And I just noticed that when you're ignorant, you use you know, you use like not tactics, but you use same talking points all the time. Whether you be loud, you be like sometimes I don't understand when they arguing, they just jump into different subject. Like we were just talking about one thing. Where you jump into that other thing? I would notice that even on news. Like you watch CNN, once somebody hits them with facts, they jump all over the place. I'm like, bro, yeah. What happened to what he was just asking? You know? But it just opened my eyes, man. Really.
No, it's true, dude. Leaving Brooklyn as many times as I did just to see how other places were. I'm not saying that I got around a lot, but it really has changed ever since I lived out in Virginia. I don't know if you remember, I had left to Virginia for a year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got married. The person I was married to was in the Navy, and that experience out there opened my eyes to so many things. Most especially communicating with people who've been around the world, people from the Navy and from the Army. All the band members that from the two bands that I played with out there were from the Navy and the Army.
Wow.
Holy crap, they have stories for days. I
Yeah.
realized how much I wasn't living.
Yeah, I hate that, man. That's why sometimes I wish I would have made that decision to go into the military, because I've seen so many people where they go in a certain mindset and they come out with what I like to say the common sense personality, because they go in thinking one thing, but then they come out with a perspective that most people don't get. And then I always wanted to know like why their mindset changed. And that's one of the things that helped me like start looking to like what the hell, what they brainwashing them in the military? Like no, they teaching them values. That's why I respect military 110%, bro. For
What
real.
up? You had lived in North Carolina, it was, right?
Yeah, North Carolina. I was in North Carolina, New Jersey, Louisiana, Texas. I've been around a couple of places.
Oh wow! You know, now that you say the places that you've been to, would you agree that it's important to kind of find the commonality amongst people, due to the fact that it's much easier to find people's common ground versus trying to find how much different they are?
But see, that's the thing. I think that you have to want to be around different people and have people with different mindsets, because it only helps you grow. Like, we don't want to all be robots and think the same certain type of way. That's where tyranny comes in, and you have everybody thinking one mindset. You know, that's where these dictators, and that's how they take control. My mindset is everybody should have different opinions about everything, you know, because they have different experiences in life. And when you bring that together, we respect and we understand each other better when we hear their side of the story. You know, when I talk to people about telling them my views, I'm not trying to change nobody. I'm just trying to tell you how I view it, and my perspective and my life experiences made me think about those facts. You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense. I think you've answered more than I expected, because bottom line, I've met people from all over the place. I mean, growing up in Bushwick alone, I grew up around Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Russians, Irish, Italians. And for some reason, the younger they are, the less influenced they are by the ignorance. It's usually by the time they get into like their late 20s, early 30s, that they start getting so set into their ignorant ways. But when they're younger, they're so vulnerable. They're so open to just, well, if you wanted to chill with me, I'm down to chill with you. But the older we get and we start accepting, everyone has their differences, we start to preserve that aspect of us. Like right now, like, dude, I feel like so chill just talking with you right now. Like, even though I'm not in the same space as you, it still feels very warm because I know that you're a person that's honest. Back in the day, let me tell you something. Back in the day, some of the band members that I had in Bushwick, they used to be shook when you used to walk in the room.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Dude, I never told you this. Like, they were all shook, and I'm like, yo, that's my nephew. Like,
yeah.
He's smarter than all of y'all. Don't be fooled by the denim jacket and the bandana. Yeah. Don't be fooled by the facial hair, because all Monteros had facial hair by middle school.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling you, like, growing up in Bushwick, it gives us a different perspective. Like, that's, I believe that all people should grow up, not in hard times, but, they shouldn't be pampered, because it makes you such a different person. Like when I was growing up, one of the things that I learned to do is to watch and listen. I would follow you around, watch and listen, see what's up, and then people would be hesitant to talk to me because I was quiet, but then I would have like a glare. So maybe that's one of the things you're talking about that is scared. But, for me, it was just that always helped me analyze the situation of what's going on in my surroundings. And you need that when you're growing up in the place that we grew up, That's a fact.
No, that's something that I teach my daughter. I was actually telling her earlier today that, no, not today, but last night and this morning. So we had two conversations about this. I told her, you have no idea how comfortable you are. Because of some of your friends in school and elementary school, they talk, but they're not really like bullying. You might have because she had one of her classmates that they used to push her. Yeah. And then she learned how to stand up to him, and he basically backed off. I was like, good, this is what I teach you. You don't always have to physically go into that option of beating somebody up. Right. But when you show that you're willing to fight, they're more likely to step back, and you don't have to fight.
Yeah.
And then I went into a few situations that she got to elaborate, because she's only 10 years old, but you think back from when we were 10 years old.
Shit. My first fight was at 9. My first fight was at 9. Shit. When I was in junior high school, man, I tell you what, when I was in junior high school, I only had to fight twice. I never had to fight after that, because when I did fight, I fought with all my heart, and I was, and I made a scene. But I was always scared to fight, not because I would get hurt, but because, I would always be afraid I would hurt somebody. Because I remember when I was playing with Danny when we were kids, and I would hurt him. I would put him in the hospital one time because I threw him on the floor. And after that, I would always be cautious when I get into fights. But you have to learn to use your words, because there's so many other ways to discuss things, politic things. Today I look at the youth, and I say youth, but I'm a millennial also. I think you're a millennial too. But
yeah, we're only like 5 years apart, 5, 6 years apart.
Yeah, and then I look at these kids. I'm like, why are you so angry, bro? Yeah, you can talk. This works. Like I know getting down, but like what you gonna do? What you accomplish? Getting hurt, but nothing solves anything.
Yeah.
That's when I look at these guys, I'm like, what y'all doing? Just be honest. Y'all want some free shit? Just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drives me crazy because this is the most powerful tool we have, Theo. You know that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, word up. Dude, I think we had so much times that we were sharpening our tool. What I mean by that is between all the adversity and the type of people we're around. We weren't leaders yet, but we were trying to become leaders. I don't know if you remember back in the day, I used to chill a lot with Edwin.
Yeah, Edwin, big Edwin, yo. I used to love that dude.
We used to talk so much shit. Holy fuck, we used to get on each other bad.
I used to watch it. I used to love that shit.
Man, but the good thing about that is it sharpened our tools so much that when other people used to say stuff, our feelings wouldn't get hurt. Like, dude, my best friend told me much worse than that shit. Like, your shit ain't even funny. I remember I used to watch you like
yo, I would watch
you
that.
used to look at us like, and you were like, dang, I'm just missing popcorn.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, Edwin was cool people. He really was.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
You remember back in the day with Tanisha, how we used to like we used to make her nervous. The manager with the glasses.
Oh yes, the skinny girl. Yo, she was an undercover freak. I ain't even gonna lie.
Dude, we used to fucking go to the back of the kitchen and then go to the prep area. You say, you stupid, or you stupid. And then she jump in and she'd be like, shut up, y'all both stupid. Y'all making me crazy.
Yo, she was a trip. Yo, I always wanted to thank you for, getting me in there, giving me some life experiences, man. Because for real, me working there, it just, because I was so like closed in, and me working there, I was just like, wow, I can be myself, and it was so chill there. Y'all would go there, work, do what you had to do, get out. It was fun. Had a lot of experiences over there, man, for real.